Prince George's criticisms hit a raw nerve on Meghan's old scandal. Frankly, it is hypocritical. Prince George brutally mocks Meghan Markle in a new teaser clip for the HBO animated series The Prince. In the new clip for the HBO cartoon, Prince George tells Meghan to stop now as the Duchess of Sussex talks about flying with JetBlue in their business class. This comes as Harry came under fire for using a private jet to Colorado months after preaching about climate change. In the video, shared by creator Gary Janetti, Harry says, "Hello all, sorry we're late. Our flight was delayed, you know, JetBlue." Catty George snaps back, "We don't know." Gross. Meghan tells the family, "It was mint though," before turning to Harry and saying, "Tell them we were in mint." Kate Middleton replies back instead, sarcastically saying, "They gave you a mint. How lovely for you. I have some gum in my purse if you'd like." But Meghan tells her, "No, we were in mind. It's like their business class. It's really nice. They give you these cookies and..." Quickly George then cuts in and says, "Meghan, I'm begging you to stop now." Prince Harry is under pressure after using a private jet again, despite urging people around the world to help curb human-induced global warming. The Duke of Sussex is facing criticism after he took a 2-hour flight home to California on a private jet this weekend. He had taken part in a charity polo match in what was his first public appearance since the birth of his daughter, Lilibet, in June. A 20-seat Gulfstream jet, reportedly belonging to one of his polo friends, businessman Mark Ganzi, took him back. In recent years, Harry and Meghan Markle have been outspoken about the impact of climate change and the urgency in the changes people need to make on a daily level. He has previously described the situation as one of the most pressing issues we are facing. Last year, the royal said becoming a father had galvanized his efforts to tackle environmental issues in the climate crisis, amid worries of leaving children with a world which is on fire, a reference to the mass forest fires around the world, some of which have picked up again in recent weeks. He said, "The moment you become a father, everything really does change. You start to realize, what is the point of bringing a new person into this world, if they get to your age and it's on fire? We can't steal their future. I've always believed that, hopefully, we can leave the world in a better place than when we found it. We really need to take a moment and think, how do we get what we need and have our desire fulfilled without taking from our children and generations to come?" Yet, private jets, a mode of transport familiar to Harry, remain one of the most environmentally unfriendly ways to travel. According to a report by Transport and Environment, T&E, a single private jet can emit as much as 2 tons of carbon dioxide in just 1 hour. Andrew Murphy, aviation director at T&E, earlier this year said, "Flying on a private jet is probably the worst thing you can do for the environment. And yet, super-rich super polluters are flying around like there's no climate crisis." However, he added, the upside is that the private jet market is ideally suited to help bring about aviation's Tesla moment, making hydrogen and electric planes a reality. In May, the Duke warned that mental health and climate change were linked. He told U.S. talk show host and friend Oprah Winfrey, "I know lots of people out there are doing as best they can to try and fix these issues, but that whole sort of analogy of walking into the bathroom with a mop when the bath is overflooding, rather than just turning the tap off." The HBO cartoon has already sparked a furious backlash in the UK, with an expert warning Britons will not tolerate attacks on the Queen. The new series centers on the life of 8-year-old Prince George and his encounters with the rest of the royals. The satirical cartoon, that pokes fun at the firm and portrays George as an entitled, spoilt child has been heavily criticized by leading commentators. Commentator Ryan Mark Parsons has accused the producers of going too far, branding the series as repulsive and cringeworthy. He also hit out at the timing of its release and its contents, as it portrays the late Prince Philip as very old and close to death.